Welcome back to Real News Michiana's weekly Real News Roundup. I'm your host, Ben, and this bearded vigilante to the right of your screen is none other than the editor and the founder of Real News Michiana, Clifton French. He's the guy, the fact-wielding journalist that's running around Michiana, stirring the pot of truth and exposing the corruption one scumbag at a time in Michiana. How's it going, man?
Hey, it's great, and we'll use this time to tell everybody, please go to realnewsmichiana.com right now and subscribe if you haven't done it yet. It's $9 a month. It's 30 cents a day. That's how we keep doing what we do. I'll send you a mug. It's not a whole lot, but it's a thank you for subscribing. That's what keeps the lights on. That's what allows us to continue to do this and to bring you this actual news that nobody else will cover.
And we keep exposing scumbags.
Yep.
One at a time.
I have several stories in the pipeline right now, Ben, that are that scumbag central. Those stories take some time, right? So those are gonna take me a little bit to complete, but they're gonna be coming out one after the other, and it's gonna blow your socks off. So stay tuned.
I can't wait. And please, everybody, smash that like button. Okay, share this video. We need the word to get out, okay? We need the word to get out what the mainstream media is not reporting. Okay, so and comment below. Comment below.
Well, let's hop into this first story, Ben.
So getting into things. So the Department of Health rejects surgical abortion license for a certain South Bend clinic.
Oh, yeah, Ben. How about this? The whole women's health, we're back on it.
No, not a whole women's health. It's partial women's health.
Partial women's health.
Partial women's health. License is finally rejected. I wonder why.
Yeah, so it's not final, right? It could come back, but I hate to take credit for this, and I don't know if it's because of the pressure that Real News Michiana has been putting on there. But I would, I tend to think once we were calling out all the secrecy that was going on to get this clinic up and running through the Department of Health and through the governor's office, that maybe the stories we were putting out were a little bit of bad press, and they had to backtrack on a few things. So essentially, there are what are called TPRs, terminated pregnancy reports, right? And I've been trying to get the terminated pregnancy reports for Whole Women's Health for forever. I have all of their TPRs up until November of 2021. At that point, the Department of Health just stopped giving them out. I have uncovered in those prior terminated pregnancy reports a reported maternal death, two reported illegal abortions, right? Which this is a pill-only clinic. They're trying to expand into surgery, but typically, right now, what they're only supposed to be doing is giving pills, abortion pills, for women up to 10 weeks pregnant. So the Department of Health finally sends a letter to one of the lawmakers, Jake Teshka, who has been holding their feet to the fire on all of this stuff and actually bringing up a lot of the stories I've been doing to them. And they said, listen, we have this problem with their reports. The governor told you that there was a computer glitch, but that's not true. No computer glitch, Governor Holcomb. There are reporting errors. We're trying to figure that out. And because of that, we've rejected their license to expand into surgical abortion in the state of Indiana.
Awesome. So it's good for now. We'll see what Comrade Holcomb has for us in the future.
Well, I mean, if Holcomb has any say, he'll make sure all this moves over. So.
All right. I know. Yeah, he's a special governor indeed. Him and Whitmer probably have cocktail parties together.
They have abortion parties, dude.
Oh yeah, totally. Right before they organize the Antifa rallies.
and make fake, use the FBI to have fake kidnappings.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that one. Moving on to the next story. We have a youth softball coach accused of having sex with a 13-year-old player. Yeah. What in the hell is going on with youth softball, Clifton?
Oh, my gosh. Yeah. So, Ben, this man is the coach, founder, owner of what's called OC Crush Youth Fast Pitch Softball. based in Mishawaka, out of his house. His name is Mike Feltz. He started this league because a previous league had closed. He started this league in 2018, and according to police reports, started having sex with one of his players. This is a travel league, mind you, right? So traveling around, staying in hotels with these girls and their families and all of that.
Hold on, back up. So the viewers understand. He was coaching a girls' softball team?
A girls' traveling softball team, 8 years and up, I believe. So he started having sex with this 13-year-old girl he was her coach. He would call her, text her. Mom eventually caught on, right? But this went from, according to police reports, this went from October of 2021 through March of this year. They would text each other. He would say, hey, listen, I'm going to meet you in the parking lot at Target. Jump the fence in your neighborhood or at your house. Start walking toward my car. Hop in the back. All of that. This girl, you know, this is typical grooming behavior, right? And I put in here that this was a sexual relationship. It was rape. A 13-year-old cannot consent. Okay, this was rape. But he had talked this girl out of leaving her house, jumping the fence, getting into his car, doing all of these things. You know, what we do know, Ben, is that people like this man, they get into certain professions. Pedophiles get into certain professions that allow them to be close to children. Okay. I think the lesson here is that parents need to always beware. You can trust somebody as much as you trust them, but people like this have gotten into a certain profession and put themselves into a certain position in order to get close to children and to build their trust. The vast majority of coaches, the vast majority of teachers, the vast majority of priests, they are not pedophiles, but pedophiles are attracted to that kind of work.
It gives them a sense of power, I think. Mm-hmm. Gives them a sense of power. And I think they obviously their goal is to rob a child of their innocence.
Yeah.
But they try to do it without them knowing. As this case, they try to do it without them knowing what they're doing.
Yeah.
It makes it that much more vile and that much more disgusting.
I mean, and it's another reason to point out to parents, like you may think you know your children too, you know. But you always need to be careful. You always need to be cautious. I'm sure the parents of a 13-year-old didn't think she was going out and having sex with her softball coach, right? So you need to pay attention to their phones. You need to pay attention to their social media. You need to be watching all of those things. I know some folks would say helicopter parent, but you know what? Predators have the ability now to reach these children in wide swaths, and you don't know what they're talking these kids into.
Well, it's 2022 right now. Times have changed. It's not 1984 anymore.
So I've gotten a few more tips on stuff that this guy has done. But I want to read a text message that this girl sent to him once her mom found out, right? Says, Mike, she found out. I don't know what's about to happen right now. I'm just freaking out. Please don't freak out and stay calm. Love you. This is insane grooming behavior. This child is a victim. This child was thought to believe that this was okay, and I hope only the best for her and her family. Not so much for Mike.
Not so much for Mike. I hope he gets castrated. Move on to the next story. It's the porn star pre-K teacher again. So WSBT promotes porn star pre-K teacher and doesn't mention that he's a porn star.
How about that?
Imagine that.
So, Ben, if you wonder why at least one TV station in the area has not covered this porn star pre-K teacher going around and talking to children in the area, like we discussed, I'm going to tell you it's because he has connections, allegedly, right? So, the porn star pre-K teacher who we've talked about, go back. Look at our other shows. Look at the stories I've done. He's gone TikTok famous for joking. He's a preschool teacher, and he makes jokes about talking about being a power bottom. to kids. He's also a porn star, mind you. And he makes jokes about, makes fun of parents who are concerned about their kids being taught about sex at a young age. I mean, this guy's around 3, 4, 5, 6-year-olds, right? So anyway, if you look back at one of my older stories, my first story I did on him was talking about how he went to the Boys and Girls Club in Goshen and visited with children at the Boys and Girls Club in Goshen. There was a woman there by the name of Natalie Jerlicki. She is the manager of Club Experience at the Goshen Boys and Girls Club. Well, it turns out her son has started a business with Mr. Tell Williams, the pre-K porn star, the pre-K teacher porn star. Her son has started a business with him called Boy Toy. It is nail polish for men.
Do you remember Mr. Williams on TikTok?
Yeah.
Do you remember what he made?
He made a TikTok on how boys should be able to wear nails and things.
Yeah, and why is that?
Because nails aren't just for girls.
Right. Nails are for everyone, right?
Yeah.
So guess what we have?
What? What
is the name of it? What does it say on it?
Boy toy.
Boy toy?
Boy toy.
Boy toy? What is it?
It's nail polish.
Is that Mr. Williams' nail polish that he made?
Yes.
Are you going to paint your nails?
Yes.
Why are you going to paint your nails?
Because I can.
Let me see it.
Wait, I want to see, how do you open this?
Okay.
His sister, her other daughter, so Natalie Jerlicki, her daughter Jackie, is the host of WSBT's Hometown Living.
Oh, I see.
So Natalie has her brother onto the show, right? To talk about the business venture with this porn star without mentioning that he's a porn star.
Of course.
Promotes his social media accounts, where, by the way, he also promotes his porn. Promotes his social media accounts. Promotes all of these things. I point this out because I'm saying, hey, listen, like even the legacy media is in on this. And this is, dude, I worked in the legacy media for a long time.
Hey,
right?
hold on real quick. Was he allowed to promote his OnlyFans page?
That was not, like I said, that was not on there. That's the whole, so I've done this for a very long time. I know how the sausage is made. I know how the cover-ups are. So as soon as I put this out there, that video from that segment, gone. Vanished. No longer up. So just saying.
That $9 a month. That $9 a month is what's helping us.
$9 a month. Don't worry.
$9 a month.
I took, if they ever want to come back, I have a recording of that entire thing. I took a screenshot. I was hoping that they would, if they had done something wrong, if they hadn't done something wrong, right, that video would still be up there.
Exactly.
So what are you hiding, WSBT? Full disclosure. Full disclosure. That was my first TV job right out of college. When I worked at ABC 57, they said, "Hey, listen, we kind of found some stuff out about Bernardo and his background, so we're just not going to talk to him anymore. But we're not going to do a story about it, right?" So, they just don't want to have egg on their face, is what they don't want.
Moving on to the next story. Former Democrat recorder arrested for beating wife and son. Yeah. What is going on with these Democrats, man?
Dude, so Ben, matter of fact, I just found out that Mr. Phil Dotson, this man who is accused of beating his wife and his son, is also a bailiff in probate court under Judge Jason Chikowitz.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. Right. So there we go.
He'll get promoted after this.
Yeah, that update's coming out. However, this guy, Phil Dotson, longtime, well-known Democrat in the area, was Democrat recorder elected for St. Joseph County for 8 years. There's a 2-term limit, right? So he did 8 years. He ran and lost for county commissioner against Deb Fleming back in 2016, I believe. But according to police, this 75-year-old, 280-pound man and his wife were in an argument because he had taken about $30,000 out of a joint bank account to buy a car. They've been arguing for a few days. She's saying some stuff. They're arguing in the living room. He was sitting down. According to these court documents, he stands up, walks up to her, smacks her in the face, open hand, a couple of times. Son gets involved. It's their adult son. He gets involved, tries to intervene. According to these reports, Dotson chases his son outside. His son falls down somehow. He gets on top of him. He starts punching his son in the face over and over and over. Neighbor across the street sees it, goes, takes care of goes, breaks it up. When police initially got there, Mishawaka police officers initially got there, according to these court documents, they say that Dotson had a different story for them to begin with. Then toward the end, ended up saying, okay, everything that the witnesses are saying is true. There is never a time that you should strike a woman, unless somebody is coming after you with a knife or a gun or something like that, right? You should never, ever, ever hit a woman. A 280-pound man striking a woman is almost as bad as the softball coach having sex with that girl.
I'm sure if you asked him about it, he's obviously just fighting the babes off of him when swinging his arm. He's obviously a pretty attractive looking guy, obviously.
Neighbors and other people involved said this guy's been beating his wife for years. This has been an ongoing situation. So there's a problem here. This happened in Mishawaka, correct? In Mishawaka.
Moving on to the next story. So state rep responds to arrest of a man who fired shots at him and his children in a road rage incident.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I broke the story about this shooting back in December. It was on December 8th. Representative Jake Teshka, great guy, a really conservative guy. He was on US 20. This gentleman was kind of rolling up on him, going up and down on the sides of his car, and this obvious road rage incident, puts down his window and starts popping rounds into his car while he has his 3 and 6-year-olds in the back seat, right? So obviously, if you look at my story, you can see these pictures of his vehicle that got shot up. According to the police report that was written up, one of the bullets came within inches of Teshka's head while he was on that road. And that was one of the quotes that Teshka gave me when we talked about this, was saying, we're obviously, this has been very traumatic toward his kids. He said, but at this point, we're going to live like one bullet. He said, quote, "One bullet passed my head within a couple of inches. This shows how precious life is, and we're going to live like inches matter, because they obviously do." This gentleman who got arrested, his name's Admondi Hill. I tried to do I did do a cursory background check on him just in the state of Indiana. Did not see any major red flags for like a long history of violence. But police were able to track him down by traffic cameras. Traffic cameras got the license plate. License plate came back to a rental car that had been rented to this gentleman at that time. This guy, at that time, Teshka's given a photo lineup of people. He points this guy out. When police questioned him about this, he admitted. He said, well, yeah, I saw these windows break and thought that, there were some people on the side of the bypass hunting rabbits. And then he described the vehicle that he was in as a dirty Dodge Caravan with bullet holes in the dash. So, I don't know very many rental companies. I mean, I've rented from Enterprise quite a bit in my previous careers, and I've never been given a dirty vehicle with bullet holes in the dash. So
the South Bend special. I guess. I don't know.
Just call Enterprise, ask for the South Bend special. You'll get the
South Bend special, baby. That's what I'm talking about. So this guy, so what's happening to him? They got him arrested?
Yeah, so right now he's in, and actually this is a really good thing. So right now he was arrested in the county over, okay? He's from Mishawaka, but he was arrested in county, or he's from, I don't know if he's from Mishawaka or South. He's from St. Joe County, and he's over in the county, a couple counties over. I believe he's in Lake County right now. I could be wrong where he is. However, they don't have, where he is right now does not have an ROR like St. Joe County, okay? So, honestly, you'd want him there just to be held in jail instead of being extradited here to St. Joe County, because more than likely, he comes to St. Joe County, he's getting released from jail pretty quickly. Anyway, I'm really thankful that Jake and his kids were okay. I am thankful that this guy is in jail, and hopefully this is some peace of mind for Jake and his family.
Well, Clifton, I believe that wraps up our segment for this week.
Yeah.
I'd like to wish everybody a happy Easter weekend.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to have my family's going to have some fun today and tomorrow. I hope you all enjoy your weekend. Any last words, Clifton?
No, thanks for joining. Keep coming in. Keep subscribe to this channel. Subscribe to Real News Michiana. Share all of our content. That's the only way that people are going to hear about everything we're doing.
And as always, stay informed, folks.